Welcome back to another ASMR video, and this one is going to be a little different. Obviously I'm doing Minecraft, but I'm going to be doing a soft spoken. And let's go ahead and set the time here before it gets dark and mobs spawn. Usually I whisper, which whispering and soft spoken are almost the same thing, but obviously whispering is a little bit lower, I feel, and soft spoken you can hear more, if that makes any sense. So I'm going to try to change it up a little bit and do it this way. Not all videos will be like this. I'm going to kind of alternate them, so sometimes I have whispering and sometimes soft spoken, but for the Minecraft ones I think I'm going to just try soft spoken. And let me know what you guys think in the comments, if there's one that you prefer, and then I'll kind of judge it by that. But as you could tell from the thumbnail and the title, I'm going to be building an igloo, or what my attempt at an igloo. You can see here was our first build over here, our little fishing shack. I might go ahead and put that video in the description if someone is interested. So the problem with igloos is they're supposed to be rounded, right? Like they go around and they round off the top. But with Minecraft, they're blocks. There's nothing round about this game. So there's really not much you can do with that other than kind of make it big. Now, I could make this ginormous, like make this 100 by 100, and that'll allow me to round off the edges more. The bigger it is, the more round you can make things. But I kind of want this to be a little bit practical, like an igloo that someone can build and actually use and live in, if they're in a snow biome or a mountain biome with snow, something like that. So I want this to be a little more practical. So it's not going to be perfect, but it's the best that I can think of right now. And maybe one day we'll alter it a little bit. But for now, we're going to do it like this. Let's clear up the weather, get rid of this rain. So I laid out a little area here, much like I did with the water, where like this water simulated an ocean, and we built the fishing shack inside of that. This is going to simulate just snow. So this is going to kind of be the border, and anything inside of that is going to be the igloo. So first thing I want to do is kind of find the center. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, I could probably guess it pretty well. I think it's right there, but we'll double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so that is right in the middle. Now, what I want to do is have the 3 spaces in between. 1, 2, 3, which is going to be the doorway, kind of. So this is right in the middle, and I'm going to build these 3 blocks up. I'm also going to go 2 back. And then from here, I want to kind of build a little diagonal roof. Not roof, but you get what I'm talking about. Little archway type of deal. Now, the only 2 materials I'm using is snow and snow. Snow blocks and just little snow things. And the reason I do this is to kind of add some detail onto some things. So like right here, we can kind of put 3 little slabs of snow to kind of make it look not as weird. Like you see how rigid that is, but that looks a little more natural. We can even do 4, and yeah, I like the way 4 looks, so do 4 and 4 and 4. So it's not quite, it almost looks more like a step rather than, you know, a hard cutoff, which I like. So that's the doorway. Other than that, we're going to be building the walls and kind of curve around here. Now that I think of it, though, I'm going to get a torch because mobs will spawn inside of this. So we're just going to kind of place a couple in here for now. to avoid that from happening. And then eventually we can take these out. But the horse is going to get stuck in here as well. I might have to knock him out. So what I'm doing here is I'm going to go diagonal. Oh, wrong block. Go diagonal from the little archway here 2 times. And then I'm going to repeat that 3 more times, I believe. So 2 and then 3 of these that are diagonal. And then we can copy that on the other side. I messed around a little bit with the Igloo, some different models. One of them was going to be a much smaller Igloo, probably only about maybe this big, if you can get the idea. And there was going to be a doorway on each side, so the front, the back, and the sides, to make it a little more round and a little more even, but I didn't really like the look of that. It wasn't quite as practical and it wasn't big enough. So this is going to be much more bigger to where you can actually fit storage, or you could have a second level if you want, and we'll get into that later. So from here, we're just going to build the wall. Oh, yeah, see, the horse is already getting away. I don't want to hurt you, but you got to get out of the way. As much as I don't want to hurt the... Oh, man, he's going to get back in. Well, eventually we'll build the wall and we'll get him out of there. Actually, you know what? Let's just build that up anyway. So in order to get this right, I'm going to go back here. And because I don't know how much this needs to be... I'm a little confused here. I know, actually, you know what? No, I know I can figure this out. We're going to do the same thing. Diagonal with the wall, and we can count. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So there's 17 spaces in between the walls, and I guess it would be between these walls too. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So there's 18 and 17. So basically the wall would be right here then, because that would make it 17. So that's easy enough. And then we just need to line it up. I should have known by making the border that that's where it would be, but I kind of forgot, and I wanted to double check just so I didn't mess up. Do one more of these, and then the wall here. So the only thing that I'm debating is I don't know what I did for my practice one, as I did this initial one 2 blocks up, and then I started going up with it like this. But I don't know if I should start that here. And that's my only debate. I think I want to do it 2 blocks up. You know what? I guess I could do one side. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this side first, like this. And basically I'm going to experiment and see which one looks better to me. So we'll do this, we'll bring this up 2, and then we'll come around here, get rid of these excess blocks, and bam. So that's the first one. You go up 2, and then from here on out, everyone will be just 1 in. If that makes any sense, you'll see what I mean in a bit. And then from here, what we'll do is we'll just go 1, like so, and just kind of see which one I like better. Guess I should bring this out all the way first. Whoops, messed up the border. So we'll just do it like this. I don't know if I can really get an idea just from one. Set the time here. Get the shading right so I can really see. I don't know, I just feel like this looks better, in my opinion, than this. So I'm gonna go with this. Maybe I should go 2 up. I might do it this way because what I did for the practice is like basically I just went 1 in from here on out, like a step. But I'm thinking maybe I should do 2 all the way around. I just don't know how tall that's going to be, if it's going to be too tall, which I'm thinking it might be. But you know what? No, if it is, I can always delete it and start over. So I'm going to go with this for now. We're going to change up the build midway through and see how this experiment goes. Could be great, could be bad. And then I guess this is just an entire back wall. Alright, Horsey, it's time to get out now. I might end up having to kill him because, you know what? The horse can stay inside, or can he? Should we get him out? So we're back. I had to remove the horse. Unfortunately, he did not make it. I tried to get him out of the igloo, but he wouldn't budge and died. So we did lose a horse, but we got plenty more around. Let's make sure I'm doing this right. So this one should be the first diagonal. Right? Or am I doing this wrong? First one goes in. I did it wrong. Okay, I thought I was a little off. And then, like so. Alright, so we'll start on this side before I go all the way around with this double layer, just to see, again, how it looks first before I really commit to this. Dang weather, it's going to keep doing this. I'm just trying to figure out how to close this. Probably just add some of these. Well, I don't know. We'll figure that out. Okay, so we'll go 1 in. Go 2 up. You know what? I'm already starting to think this is going to be way too big. Maybe not though, because it does look a little bit more like a natural igloo than my practice build does. So I'm going to keep going with this, and we'll see. We'll see how this goes. If it doesn't go quite right, maybe I'll jump into my practice world and kind of show you what the other one looked like. And then you can kind of make up your mind to see which one is better. I just don't want it to be too tall, but I guess I could always make the top a little bit bigger if that's the case. And we'll finish up going around here. So, oh, I missed a spot. Looks very weird. There we go. I think it's about as tall as it should be. So I'm going to go ahead and just do the other side now. Maybe do the back, actually. Oh, and this isn't going to go this far out because this is going up. So I'm going to have to take some of these out. I just realized. Oh, here we go. Go all the way around here. Oops, gotta get rid of these. So this was the practice one. Go 2 up around the edges here. And Bam. So now we can kind of follow the trend by going this way. Make sure I don't mess up. Getting around these corners can be a little weird, especially if you're going too quick. Although I'm kind of going pretty fast here, got the hang of it. Oops. Okay. So let's kind of take a peek around the edges here. Definitely does look very different than my practice one, but I think I like it a little more. I think. I'm not totally sold yet, but we shall see. So again, we're going to go this way. And I think once we go around this full turn, we'll really get an idea of kind of what we're working with here. And we are done. Although that does look a little weird. Actually, no, that is coming together a lot better than I kind of had thought. We'll just have to do this and go in one here. Okay, that's, you know what? I am liking this Igloo much better than my original one, so made some alterations in the actual recording, and it looks better, I think. So yeah, keep going. Do the next layer. Again, just make sure you don't mess up here. Whoops, and I messed up. Okay, almost done. Bam, and bam. Now at this point, I'm thinking maybe I should round off the root. Whoa. Something doesn't look right here. I messed up. And this is what I didn't want to happen. Shoot. Or maybe... Oh, you know what? Oh, I did mess up. Oh, man. Well, guys... What I'm probably going to do is cut the video and kind of fix this because I miscounted here. Yeah, so this needs to go one over basically. Just clear that out. I might not have to cut the video. I might be able to figure this out. So it's 2, 2, and then just 1. Okay, so no, that's right. It's 2. 2 and then 1. But how did I do this? Yeah, guys, I'm going to go cut the video and then I'll be right back once I figure this out. Okay, so I ended up figuring out what the issue was. I basically messed up one of these things here. But everything is all lined up now, so yeah, if you follow the basic format, you wouldn't mess up, but I didn't. So clearly I made a mistake somewhere. But it's okay, because it's fixed, and I can pick up right where I left off. Well, kind of. I think I'm a little far back, but that's okay. Alright, so now at this point, I'm thinking I should round the Igloo off, because it's a little tall. So that's probably what I'm going to do, unless I go one in more. And do something like this. Only like a 1. Which actually, that doesn't look too bad, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to go one more up around. Not two, just one. And then I will kind of cover up the roof area. Okay, and we're just about done, guys, with this igloo. It's not very complicated. It's just a lot of snow you need. And like I said, it's not the perfect igloo because this is Minecraft and they're fairly hard to make. Unless, like I said, you did this giant area where you could really make a curve in the building. So, whoops. That annoying rain. Oh, it's not clearing. Well, the weather was giving an issue, and of course the mob spawned because of that, so... Oh well, you'll have to deal with that sound for a little bit until they die off, I guess. Which I guess I can float up here to avoid that sound. But basically, the igloo is almost complete. I'm just going to round off the top, and then I'm going to fill in the snow at the bottom there. I will show you, like, when this video is over, my other igloo that I was initially going to model this one after. And then maybe you guys can figure out which one you like better and kind of do it like that. If you decide to build. Some people probably just want this for ASMR, and that is totally cool. Oh, is there a spider in here? No, okay. Still outside. Somehow, oh, he's on top. Get off my igloo. Be gone. We don't want you here. Okay, so again, it's not the most pretty igloo in the entire world, but it's an igloo. So we'll fill this stuff in here to give it a little more natural feel. We'll even fill this in. Stupid I said get off my igloo. You are not welcome here. Get off my snow while you're at it. Oh, lovely. Just don't blow up my igloo, please. You can stay there. That's fine. Alright, so now it's coming together a little bit. And pretty much done. Oh, except I double built right here. It's a little dark in here. We'll just put these around just to kind of get an idea. And of course you can lay the snow in here as well if you wanted to make it a little more natural. But of course if you're placing stuff down, that's totally up to you. I won't fill that in, but you get the idea. Now the reason I have these things as well is to kind of give a more natural feel to the area. So you can, you know, do it like that to make some snow mounds a little bit bigger. Some can kind of come up here. Put some around here. Just randomly to make it natural, you know? Some really tall, some short, some don't have any. Kind of if you're making like a mother tree with tree branches in the siding. Really? Really? I said get off my igloo. Now. Goodness. So you basically just go around and do that for the entire thing. I'm not really going to, just because it's, like I said, it's random. You could do something at the top here. kind of like that. That way when you pan around, it's not quite as rigid. The snow would be falling on it. Looks a little more natural. I'll do one side. That way you can kind of get an idea. There. So it's up to you. You could either make it natural like that, or you could kind of keep it very block-like and symmetrical. Which of course you can't see because of the sun. Now you can. So it's up to you on how you want to do that, but that is the overall build for the Igloo, guys. So what I'm going to do now is jump into my basically practice world where I kind of get an idea for my Igloo and show you what that one looks like. Actually, you know what? Before I do that, I am going to kind of go around the edges here and just fill this in just to complete it. Just a little bit. Yeah, personally, I think it looks better. It just gives it that natural feel to it. I've said natural so many times, guys, I'm sorry. But let me know which one you prefer. The more rigid or the more natural? I won't worry about the back, because at least you can get an idea from all angles here, so. And of course we got a spider chilling in here. Add a couple more spots here. That way maybe we can get the thumbnail. So yeah, that is the Igloo, guys. Like I said, what we're going to do now is jump into my other build. And that way you can compare. And actually, before we do that, this is something, again, you can make double, what do you want to call it? Like double layers. So you could kind of build a roof that goes across here, and then you could build steps or a ladder or whatever you want and have multiple layers in here. You can kind of do whatever you want because this is basically a big giant open area cave-like thing, so you have a lot of room. And you know what, that rainy weather is our sign to go into my practice build and show you guys that. Is the rain coming through or is that a glitch? It's very weird. Either way, we'll be right back. Okay, so this is what I was talking about before, where you can see this was the little four-sided area that I was kind of going, or four entranceway that didn't work out. That was the old fishing shack. For those of you who watched that video where I said I changed it up a little bit, that was the changes made if you want to compare. So basically the only difference is I still start. Actually, no, I go 3 up. So instead of 2, I go 3 up. And then from here on out, I just go 1 in. Rather than 2, 2, 2, it's 3, 1, 1, 1. So the difference is the other one is much bigger. You also have a lot more space to kind of build stuff. And the double levels would be much area. And for some reason, this build gets these little shader glitches in it. So those are the 2 different ones. We'll clear it up here so you can kind of see better. And you guys can kind of decide which one you think looks better. Personally, I prefer the one we just did over this one. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. That is going to wrap it up for this ASMR Minecraft video. If you guys enjoyed it and aren't subscribed already, be sure to hit subscribe and drop a like. Any ASMR fans, check out the rest of my channel. Or if you're just a fan of Minecraft and gaming, I will have the playlist on here as well that you can see some of my other build videos. But thank you guys so much for the continued support if you are a returning subscriber, and I'll see you again in the next episode.